What's up? Oh. Got my new glasses on, looking like a vampire slayer who doesn't know what he's doing yet. Like I work in an archaeology department. Before I play a game, I wanted to, I don't know, talk about what we did already. Oh dang, I already had a water. We're on a boil water notice. Tea counts as boiling water. Anyway, so my character was tortured. That's fine, I guess. It depends. I'm not an advocate of violence or torture, obviously. Why? I can't imagine anyone would. And if they were, or is, they wouldn't say it on Twitch, right? But, I think that sometimes the point of RP is to show things that your characters would do, and that hopefully a lot of the stuff that occurs is like more movie and story stuff and less real. Like, sure, there are perverted people who make innuendo nonstop, but most of the time it's not quite as aggressive as it is in Conan. So if there are vampires who are vampires and probably evil, they would do things that are evil, even if like their players wouldn't, obviously, and all that junk. So it like allows you to show it without whatever. So anyway, I checked to make sure that they didn't break any rules, not because I would report them, because I'm fine with it the way it turned out, but just because like I streamed it, right? So I didn't want to have a rule break without addressing it, that kind of thing. Also, I looked at TOS for Twitch. I think it's fine. A lot of it was text-based. A lot of it was way tamer than things like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that junk, which is totally fine for people. I also considered, would this kill an old man? The amount of like blood that would be lost and all of that stuff was a lot to me, but that's because I was in it. Also, for the record, the rules say you can capture a person for an hour. They have to have RP nonstop. That's pretty standard. I've been an admin for another server in the past. I advocated a much shorter time than they had, down to an hour. Having seen an hour of aggression, I would again advocate for lower. If you watch that little segment, it's about an hour. It's technically a little longer, but I used the potion that I drank as a timer. Anyway, if you watch it, there's a distinct point where my brain can't handle it anymore. Because there's too much stuff happening, right? There's 5 people in the room, 3 of them are like RPing at me, and I have to do it all. So it overloaded me basically. And Barry said some things. I don't even think I was doing his voice anymore, but Barry said some things that he probably wouldn't have said because I couldn't focus on all the things, you know? And that's a me thing. Happens with everything. I was organizing my desktop, but I'll leave it the way it is. I like the little confusion. I think that Nobody saw that coming. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I may have said on stream, I don't know. I've had a character who was tortured before. It was 15 minutes. Basically, there was some prison stuff at the beginning, but the actual like event, the big thing, was very short. I would advocate that to anyone who's looking to like show off sort of that violent stuff, but also the prison stuff. Whatever, every server has their own rules and there's consent and all sorts of junk, but if you don't know, I would shoot for 15 minutes. It looked like 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes was where my brain shorted out, so you know. Again, not an advocate of violence. Never really been in a fight except for a kicking fight over a swing when I was like 10. All I can think of. Did I miss anything? I know what's gonna happen. I'll hit the button. Let's see what else. I don't know. I think I would have survived, personally. And I think a lot of people would. Like, I tried to think, would my mom survive this? And I want to think yes. But also, like, Barry was in a war. Like, he was already wrecked, already messed up. Like, wounds everywhere. Noises. There it is. Already messed up. Already lost blood. Already been doing things beyond what I had originally intended. Trying to see if you could see down my mouth. I don't know why. All I drank.